Hello everyone, Liane here. I hope you're doing well. Today I am going to be swatching the new Pilot Iroshizuku Inks that just came out the end of 2024. I have the 3 inks and I'm really excited to swatch them. I'll swatch them, and then I've rounded up some inks that I think might be close, but at the very least we'll be doing some ink comparisons to see if they're similar to any inks that I have in my collection and possibly in yours as well, so you can get a better idea as to how these 3 inks compare. Okay, so the 3 inks are Syun Gyo, there's Rikka, and Toro. They're in the quintessential Pilot Iroshizuku packaging, cardboard or paper cardstock, in this beautiful textured silver design. And they all come with these signature threads, these silver threads that they put around the neck of each bottle. So beautiful. Okay, this is Toro, and looking at it, it's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. I thought it might be more of like almost like a golden orange, like a yellow orange, but I think it's a lot lighter than that, but we'll see. And then last but not least is Rikka, which looks a little bit like a teal blue, a green leaning blue. I'm going to be swatching it in my Hobonichi A5 plain notebook. And I have this Traveler's Company brass clip. It's a recent acquisition from the Caravan event that they had in Port Townsend, Washington. And I brought my other swatch book here just for some comparisons once I have the swatches all out. What I also did is I brought out a watercolor palette, and I did this because I didn't want to contaminate the inks. So I have pipettes, one for each ink. I'll just put a little bit of a sample on this palette, so I'm not going to be contaminating any of the bottles here. Okay, that's Rikka. Toro. Oops, I squirted a bit too much there. And then Syun Gyo. I'll have the English translations on screen as well. I had it memorized, but now I clearly have forgotten. There we go. Okay, and then what I have here is something that I just got on Amazon. I was gonna say it's an ink muddler. I mean, that's what I'm using it for now, but it's just a glass muddler for mixing drinks, and it just looks so pretty. It looks like a wand. I got this on Amazon. It's a Japanese product. So, okay, let's see. Why don't we start with Syun Gyo? Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. And I will be swatching these inks with, let's try this. Let's try the Kakimori pen nib today. Okay, mounting it on the Kakimori cherry wood holder. There we go. Okay, so this is, oh, you know what? It's not really gonna work on this nib. Okay, I'm going to be using my stainless steel nib. Okay, I dip it. Now this is Pilot. Syun Gyo. Oh my goodness, it's so rich. And already I know what I can compare this ink to. I have Sailor Kingdom Note Grape-Dyed gown. I think will be perfect. What else? Oh. No, I didn't grab enough. Oh wow, beautiful. Here is Rikka. Beautiful. Oh, it's rich. Very rich and vibrant. Look at that. I'm quite pleased with the inks that I have brought out as for ink comparisons, because the one that I brought to compare this with is Robert Oster's Blue Water Ice. Oh, lovely. I have not made ink swatches in a long time, so I could tell that I'm a little out of practice. Oh, beautiful. One thing about the stainless steel nib that I've noticed, I don't know about for those of you that have the stainless steel nib, but it seems to write with a finer line compared to my brass nib. I'm talking about the Kakimori nibs, so let me know what you think, but at least for me, it seems like the stainless steel nibs write more of a precise, finer line. And then last but not least, we have Toro. Oh, beautiful. I do like making swatches with this larger wand. Just lays down more ink. Okay. Pretty. Okay. And the ink that I'm going to be comparing will be, where is it? It's Lamy Mango. Oh, okay. It's like a golden yellow, or like a yellow orange there. I'm wondering if there's a dash. Yes, there is. Toro. Oh, I like this, especially using it with the Kakimori nib. Oh, wow. I already have these inks inked up in pens, and so I'll bring out the pens as well so you could see the writing samples already inked up in the pens. Now for ink comparisons, I am going to bring out, let's see, it's Grape-Dyed Gown. This is a Sailor and Kingdom Note collaboration. This ink was, or the name was inspired by Lady Murasaki Shikibu, who apparently, according to a commenter on one of my videos, mentioned that Lady Murasaki Shikibu wrote the first long-form novel ever. And this ink, or this name, Grape-Dyed Gown, the Japanese translation, it basically refers to, or it's an homage to Lady Murasaki Shikibu. Ooh, look at that. I'm just noticing how similar this ink is compared to Syun Gyo. Oh wow, it's very rich and saturated. Oh wow. It's definitely more saturated than Syun Gyo. It looks almost black in the writing sample. And this is Grape-Dyed gown. There we go. Okay, the next one I'm going to do Blue Water Ice. Okay, Blue Water Ice was introduced to me by Coffee Monsters Co. I remember she had it in one of her fountain pen ink collection videos. And because she liked it, I wanted to give it a try. This is Blue Water Ice. Okay, let's see. Oh, very similar. Oh wow, look how it just draws a beautiful, beautiful swatch. As you can tell with some of them, it took a few dips into the ink for me to be able to get a good sample, but this one seemed effortless. Okay, whoa. Robert. Oster. Oh, you know what? I think the reason why it seems more saturated here is because I'm dipping the nib a lot more into the ink because I didn't have them in the reservoirs. I didn't have it in the watercolor palette there. So you might, Blue Water Ice, you might just want to look at the larger circular ink swatches for a more accurate or just a closer ink comparison, because I do think that because I did dip most of the nib into the ink bottles, that the writing samples will be a little bit more saturated. Okay, that's Blue Water Ice. Okay, so far as the inks are drying, what I'm noticing is that Syun Gyo and Rikka have some sheening in the writing samples, or in the swatches, and then in the writing samples, there is a little bit of sheening. Grape-Dyed gown is also, there is very similar green sheening, similar to the Pilot Iroshizuku ink. Okay, and then last but not least, I have, where is my Lamy Mango? There it is, right in front of me. This is Lamy Mango, one of the first inks that I ever got. Ooh, and just looking at it, even just looking at the bottles here, they look very similar. So as I'm doing these ink swatches, you may very well have Robert Oster Blue Water Ice. Sailor Kingdom Notes Grape-Dyed gown you may not have, only because it is harder to find. It's not really sold here in the States. You know, just because I have another clean pipette, let me just try doing a more fair assessment here. Okay, this is Lamy Mango. And if you just look at the ink here, I mean, according to the naked eye, Lamy Mango looks a little bit more red than Toro. Toro looks a little bit more orange, yellow leaning. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, let me just get a little bit more. So pretty. Oh, it looks very similar to Toro. Ooh, look at that. Very, very, very similar, these inks. Okay, while these inks are drying, I'm gonna go get my pens that are inked with the Pilot Iroshizuku inks, and I will be right back. All right, so it should come as no surprise to everybody that I am in love with the Platinum Perpaneps, Platinum Preppy Perpaneps. They just come in this nice white barrel and pen body, and I just think aesthetically these are so much cuter than the clear plastic or the clear Platinum Preppies. I do like the opaque white, and this one is inked with Toro Platinum Preppy, and the nib size, or the nib is 03, which is more like a fine versus an extra fine, and 02 is an extra fine, and then an 05 is a medium, I believe. So, and you can tell inked up in the pen, it definitely comes out lighter. So in this pen, because it comes out so light, I will likely use this as like a highlighter when I'm studying, but not for writing at all. And in fact, I actually just might clean this out because it's too light for me. I thought it was gonna look more orange in the pen, but in the pen it looks more yellow. So, you know, honestly, as far as how I feel about the inks, I'll talk about it briefly at the end. Okay, this one is, oh, this one is Syun Gyo. Let's see, where can I write this? Probably do this without smearing. Oh, there we go. And I do like how this ink writes in the Platinum Preppy. It's nice and saturated, and it's got like a deep eggplant purple color, which I really like. And let me see, where can I draw some lines? Okay. And then last but not least is Rikka, and Rikka in the Platinum Preppy comes out nice and bright. And just looking at it next to Blue Water Ice, I think it's a very close dupe. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the close-up images. So Lamy Mango is still drying, but I hope the camera can capture some of the sheening. These two look very similar in the ink swatches. It's very dark purple with green sheen. Rikka and Blue Water Ice are also very similar, except what I'm noticing is that you can see some sheening on Rikka, but hardly any. I don't notice anything in the circular swatch here. And it does look like that Blue Water Ice does have more of a vibrant kind of electric color to it. Feels a lot more bright than Rikka. And then as far as this circular swatches go for Toro and Lamy Mango, they look near identical, and I wonder how it will look on camera. But even the writing samples with the Kakimori stainless steel nib look very similar. And then these are the writing samples inked up in the Platinum Preppy in a 03 nib, or AKA fine nib. So I hope that looking at these swatches and a comparison, you know, that I have in my ink collection, I hope it gives you a better idea as to whether you feel like you do want to maybe buy some of Pilot Iroshizuku's newest inks. In my opinion, if you want to know my opinion, I think the hype got to me, because if I really sat down to think about it, I have near dupes. And so you be the judge. You know, if you don't have any inks like what I have, then I definitely encourage you to get Pilot Iroshizuku inks. They are beautiful. They're known to be very reliable. They're vibrant. The bottle and the packaging are just gorgeous and so elegant and classic. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. So I will see you in my next video. We made it. We got to finish this video before the sunset, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.